Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome for the focus group discussion and thank you for joining our time. I'm Melanie Denegay, Sales Marketing Manager at Malibon Biscuit Private Limited. We are going to have the discussion about the Malibon Cream Cracker Biscuit. Initially, Malibon was the market leader of the cracker industry in Sri Lanka. However, recently 70% of the market share gained by Ceylon Biscuit Limited for the cracker industry. Therefore, there are three main objectives of the discussion: understand the customer behavior, and understand consumer needs and unmet gaps. We are doing the discussion based on the qualitative marketing research study, which is secondary data collection method. In this discussion, we have four participants: Naveen, Shakti, Jayat, and myself. Let's go ahead and get started the discussion. Let me hand over the discussion to Jayat about the product.
Thanks, Milani. Here I'm going to explain about the product of Munchie, which is it has high number of layers, which has a bubble type of effect, and the color of the Munchie product is lighter than the rest of the product, and it has the crunchiness of the bite, and has a ISO qualified standard, which is matching with the foreign conditions, as well as when we think about the product, we have to talk about how health conscious it is and how friendly it is for the environment. And next, I want to talk about hand it over to the price for Melanie. Hello.
Thank you, Jad. So let me explain about the price and the size of the product, how it affects. So when comparing with Malibon and Manchi, the prices are similar. However, what I observed is Malibon always offers large packs. Simply the weight of the product is high. For an example, when Malibon sells 330 grams for 330 rupees, Manchi sells 230 gram pack for 230 rupees. What I believe is that consumer first think about the price of the product, then only they think about the weight of the product. Due to the inflation of the country, the cost of living has been increased. Therefore, I believe selling small packs with lesser price would add more competitive advantage. Also, I observed CBL has different sizes from the same biscuit. For an example, super cream cracker, super mini cream crackers, likewise. I would believe that there is a good competitive advantage and that's a good competitive strategy. So I would recommend Malibon cream cracker also could increase sales and gain competitive advantage if they focus on producing large, small, and mini crackers. Then, based on the requirement and the money the customer has right now, they are able to have they have options available to buy from Malibon as well. So that's about the price. So I would hand over to Shakti to discuss about the place.
Thank you, Melanie. So we looked at the placement of the product, and I think the placement should be done between geographically and especially considering the target market. So if you look at the target market, you would see that we can divide it into a few target audience that we could cater our Maliban cream cracker product, because I believe the product we can spread it among a lot of audience. So if you look at the target market, we would definitely see teenagers, a younger crowd, fitness enthusiasts, and all the consumers. And especially if you look at another segment is the medically challenged or concerned individuals that we could definitely focus on. So if you look at the geography of the industry and then how it should be placed, I think we need to look at the rural areas where we don't see much visibility, and we see that mostly the local biscuit manufacturers have taken over the market. Secondly, I think if you look at the mass market, especially like Colombo and suburbs and the main cities, right? So we see that competitor, our direct competitor, Manchi, has taken more, I would say, shelf space. They've done more advertising, and they have more varieties. Where it's a bit challenging to Melbourne to compete with it. I think their placement on the mass market, I think, should be more visible. And if you look at fitness enthusiasts, would see everybody wants to look at the amount of calories that they want to take, and I don't see any placement or any place that has been taken, and then your logistics and none I would say has been focused on that segment. And if you look at health concern customers also, you won't see any placement your logistics and then your distribution channels. I won't see anything in the market right now for Malibu. And I think few things that the competitors doing differently that I've been noticing. The Munch is doing some pop-up sales, and they have better distribution channels that they want to focus on, which market, which target audience that they want to handle. And and the other thing is now nobody has done this in the market when it comes to place, which is your door-to-door sales. It's not that you walk to a door and you knock, but you've seen your local I would say distribution channel of Toonpan. Everybody knows it. How that music where you come, you sell, people run around, people run behind, and then take that chance to buy a loaf of bread. So I think these are few things that Maliban can do differently, considering the target market, the distribution channels, how they could place their product according to the audience. So I think that's it from placement. Naveen, would you like to talk about how the promotion aspect works?
Yeah, thank you very much, Shakti. So when it comes to promotion, Maliban cream cracker is available to most part of Sri Lanka. This is mainly available in most supermarkets such as Keels, Glowmark, Food City, Apico, and Satosa in Sri Lanka. However, Maliban Cream Cracker is also available in small boutique shops. However, they can further reach rural areas to cover the mass crowd. Also, when it comes to advertising, uh, Maliban can advertise their smart cream cracker using TV advertisements and also social media such as Facebook and Instagram. When it comes to the quality aspects, the Maliban is an ISO 9001, ISO 14001 certified. So, in terms of quality, it is a very good product. So, they can use that as a promotional tool as well. And finally, when it comes to sponsorship, Maliban Smart Cream Cracker can sponsor events such as cricket matches and musical shows in order to reach a wider market area. Thank you.
Yeah, I think after considering all the four P's, I think we've discussed unknowingly. I think we've discussed all four aspects. So, considering everything, the recommendations and the conclusion would be for Maliban is that considering the current situation in the country, like what Melanie pointed out, the inflation and there's a health sector crisis also which is happening. People are trying to be more healthy. People are trying to live a better lifestyle, not to get sick. So I think considering all that, uh, Maliban should have that I would say room to improvement and develop new products similar to Manchi or better than Manchi to come up with better products, right? So if you take something like Manchi has few products like Karapincha, and then the local products that people always consider like home remedies. So I think Maliban should reach out to that, and they should collaborate with other famous brands to give more visibility to the brand to attract customers. Something everybody knows that crackers and cheese would go well. So if you want to collaborate with someone like Kotmale, that would be great. So that you sell a multi-product, and then with the distribution of Kotmale, you would definitely distribute your product to those areas that you can't reach. And I think one thing that we need to consider is the environmental friendly packaging, because the world is moving towards every organization and the world is moving towards CSR, right? Corporate social responsibility. And I think the Sri Lankan government is also helping the world to tackle global warming. So without having any plastics or any polythene wraps, I would say, like, with the global market, with the changing environment, we also can introduce, like, to Maliban, safe packaging to the environment, which is like a paper and packaging, which has a seal also, to preserve that crispiness of the product. And we could always, like, because customers are always concerned about the environment, like what I've discussed. So so they could always initiate some initiatives, like, okay, every 1,000 packs that they sell, they could always plant a tree, like, what they give for the organization from through the environment, so that customers will have that confidence in the brand, so that they know that every, like, pack they buy has that binding towards the environment. And I think Menali mentioned this also. Uh, Pocket friendly, or I would say budget friendly packs. That's very important, because we are in a stage where, like, every rupee counts. So we have to make sure that the customer has that confidence in that brand, in our super cream, or I would say our smart cream cracker, where we, like, get that small pack where the customer could afford. And Naveen, I think you briefly mentioned about having the visibility. So social media, right, is the new, I would say, marketing strategy, right, for everyone. So digital marketing. So I think different audiences will need different social media platforms. For an instance, so Instagram has the I would say aging between 18 to 40 years, and then 40 years plus, you can always segment it as Facebook, and then TikTok for the youngsters, LinkedIn if you want to professionally, like, reach out, because every like that you get, you would, like, promote it unknowingly for full base. So I think these are few things that we could always consider. And if you look at their website, I would say, when you compare it with your competitors versus uh, our Maliban own product, when you look at the website, I think we can improve the website also, where we could reach more customers. And the facts about, especially the ingredients, and the number of calories per consumption, for the fitness enthusiasts, they always look at it. And I would say the serving suggestions, how best you could, like, serve your cream cracker with whatever ingredients that you have, maybe cheese or low fat cheese, whatever recipes that you want to produce to the customers. Because I think that those are, like, key things. Because the first thing that you do is, if you want to research about something, you need to go to the website, and then, right, few more things. uh, Shelf space. If you take on supermarket, how well you want to position it. I think you need to have that proper discussion with the supermarket chain, to understand where you want to place your product, how logistically, how you want to uh, like, have it. You want to, like, have a continuous uh, flow of your product, or you want to stack it up. So these questions, obviously, you will have to have the discussion. And I think finally, when it comes to the smaller man, like your rural retailers, right? I think, as this leads to CSR, as well as I would say, not cannibalizing your retailers, where you support them in any other way, for us to build our brand, for them to build their business, and how to promote our product more, so that we gain the competitive advantage, as well as we increase our market share, and then take Maliban cracker to its highest. And we could always incentivize the rural retailers by saying, okay, you sell 10 packets, we'll give you an additional 10 packets plus a sum of amount. You can use it to do whatever you do. So I think these are few things few recommendations that we would like to present. and then execute. You want to build a brand and gain competitive advantage. Thank you all for joining. Have a great day.